bitches.
Welcome to America.
Here you go.
Oh man. Well, from the fuckery of the youth to the fuckery of just society itself. Good in the fuckery, y'all.
All right. Let's go.
There we go.
All right, so I'm gonna give some good black excellence first for the good and the fuckery. First, your favorite rapper is more Jay-Z news, man. I don't know what it is about last week, but Jay-Z done made so much goddamn money for himself. Now, and this move, a lot of people, probably because they didn't know the specifics of it, was, well, they always do this with Jay-Z. They always like nitpick and try to say, why you do this? This was supposed to be for the people and all that stuff, because that's what you said. But the news is Square, which is owned by the Twitter CEO, Jack Dorsey, buys title from Jay-Z, his share of title for like $297 million or whatever. But what most people don't realize what most people didn't realize is that the title artist owners, they still own their shares of the stock, and they're still like the second largest shareholder. So it's still artist ran. And on top of that, Jay-Z is moved to Square's board of directors. So he's still basically
just leveled up and got a nice little. He got paid to level up.
Yeah, basically. Like, so
I'll just jump on this board of directors of the company that just bought my little share of this smaller company, and now I can run both a little bit, pretty much have my hand in both. Smart man, that
basically.
Smart man. That young people learn from this guy. Learn from this guy.
Big man. They're
gonna be doing it, man.
That generational wealth he gonna have, bro.
He make me so proud. And his kids are growing, look like they're growing into such cool little young people too. I like it. Black excellence. I like starting it off with that. That made me happy in my soul.
Yeah, man. Gotta start with the good.
Yeah.
Huh?
Yeah. We'll see what they do in their 18 years.
True.
What
you say, Faith?
I said all kids and rich kids look innocent when they're young. We'll see what they do when they hit their teenage years.
Yeah, this is true.
Oh, Jaden ain't that bad. He's just weird. And, Willow ain't that bad. She's just weird. Which you would expect, as, Will and Jada.
Weird is cool. Weird is good.
I'm weird.
That just mean you ain't like everybody else. I ain't gonna hate on that.
Which I like weird, because I'm weird, so it really don't matter. But, yeah. Time for the fuckery.
Get it.
All right. This is John Shatner. He is the CEO of Papa John's. The guy.
Is that William Shatner, brother?
I don't know, man. They kind of look alike, but it's funny.
Oh yeah, I done heard about Papa John this week. Yeah,
he says it took 2 years to get rid of the N word out of my vocabulary, but he didn't he basically said it's taking 2 years to get it out of his vocabulary. So that means
he's still calling people nigga.
But the thing is, right, he's blaming everybody else for being outed. He's saying he's not a racist or whatever, but he's still blaming everybody else to be outed. In the quote, he says, it's taken me 2 years to get the N word out of my vocabulary, but because it's not true, and I need to figure out who did this. That was his exact quote. So
why you got to get so much of vocabulary if it's not true? You said it. That don't even make sense logically.
Exactly. Plus,
two things can sometimes be true, but them two things cannot be true. Like, you either said it and they called you out on it legitimately, or you have not been taking 2 years to get it out your vocabulary. Like, what? Shut up.
You know what
That's
I
why
like
your pizza dry as hell anyway.
You know what I like? I like when they when white people are accused of being racist or whatever, especially only when they are racist, right? Because their reactions is like it's like the word racist is their N word.
Right.
Like in work. It's just I just
they
like
in their world, they're allowed to talk like that and it's normal. It's not stigma around it. It's just, oh, this is how we talk. So when they get to the regular part of the world where everybody else is like, dude, you're a racist. They can't handle that. They be like, what? What do you mean?
No,
But my friends don't call me that.
Because your friends are also racist.
Or they down with the same shit you with.
Because all y'all are racist. That's why. Your friends are racist too. Whatever. You just
you need to become friends with some niggas to add some flavor to that dry ass cardboard pizza he be serving up.
That's what I did. I became friends with people from other cultures, and I got over my racism because I was a big time racist when I was in college, and I lived in an international dorm.
That's real.
I didn't like nobody. I didn't like none of them, and I lived in an international dorm, which was crazy. I'm a racist living in an international dorm.
I don't know that I'm racist or that I've ever been racist, but I have definitely been prejudiced. I definitely had to work through that over my younger years.
I was big time racist against every other culture. Everyone. I was talking cash shit, screaming stuff out the windows. I was big time racist. I'm ashamed of myself. I'm ashamed of myself during those years. Very ashamed. But I've matured and
I think that's the important thing, man. Like how you start ain't supposed to be how you finish. So
exactly. You gotta have some maturation.
Growth and work.
Got to grow. If you don't grow, can't be stagnant, man. Can't be stagnant.
I can't say I'm racist. I can say I was ignorant. I would say that. And it's not like I did something malicious to someone or whatever because I felt they were different or whatever. But I would think they had certain behaviors because I was ignorant of their culture.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I mean. I was prejudiced. Like I didn't have like no thing of power over them where I was like, oh, because of this, I can do this to you or none of that. Or it was more just well, this is what the stereotypes that I've been taught about you, or this is what I've been told about you. So, oh, okay, well, that's what I'm judging you by as opposed to actually getting to know them and shit. So I definitely, I think that come from the generation we was in too. Like it was normal to be like a lot, like even though we were out of segregation by the time we were born, like a lot of places we're still kind of separated. Like I look at my upbringing, I started being mixed in with another culture more in middle school and high school. Like before that, it was one white dude named Tyler that I knew in my whole upbringing until I was like 10 years old. Same. And that's the first 10 years of my life seeing everything look just like me. So like it wasn't a lot of chance to get out and see other people because it was just like I was in that one little bubble. But then when I moved to middle school and I got moved to a different area that was more mixed in that area, then I was like, oh, okay, I go to school with these people and I was able to see, okay, well, yeah, they're not too bad. Okay. It's assholes just in every race. It ain't just they all bad. It's just
niggas in every color.
Yeah, you know what I mean? So I think that was what definitely helped me. But I'd say definitely college was probably the biggest thing, like going to when we was at ODU, I think that was the biggest thing for me because it allowed me to see things differently because it was every culture mixed together. And like, I'm a big proponent. If I can party with you, then I can do pretty much anything with you. And like going to those parties where you might have an Indian and a Asian and a Latino person and whatever, you know what I mean, all mixed together, a Caucasian person, everybody mixed together doing the same type shit. It kind of broke down them barriers to where I was more comfortable to like, oh, well, let me see what y'all talking about. Okay, you all right. You know what I mean? But I think that just comes with growth and being willing to, like, I think that's the problem with a lot of people like John Shatner. They don't really want to change how they are. They want to stay that way and have everybody conform to them, but they don't realize that ain't the world no more. Like that's one thing technology has done, that like it brings everybody together. Like cultures from everywhere are now mingling, talking, learning about each other from a younger age. So it's a whole generation of people that just like, yo, we ain't with that. Like, what are y'all talking about? And I think even our generation, like you've seen a shift from like the way blacks, whites, and other cultures talked about each other in the 90s has evolved even in our generation. So it's like the only people left is them old people like him that's like still stuck on their ways and they haven't been challenged on it because of their money and their power. So they still try to hold out hope. Like that's what that Make America Great Again shit be like. Like it's like them people that just want to hold on to what was because they see that the world is not, we're not the majority anymore in our way of thought. We're the minority now still thinking like this, and they scared to shake that because then that means they got to actually look at themselves in the past 60, 70 years of the bullshit they done been doing. And that's hard. You know, it's hard to look at yourself sometimes and admit like, damn, I was fucked up. You know what I mean? So I think that,
that was
John Shatner.
That was one of it, matter of fact, because since you brought it up, and I like the conversation or whatever, that was like one why I went to ODU instead of because I was always curious about other cultures or whatever, or whatever. So I'm smoking with Muhammad or whatever, and it's true. I'm chilling with Asian homeboy. I always was chilling with Asian homeboys because I had a homeboy named Mark back in high school that was Filipino or whatever. And one of the dudes that rap, he still rap. Matter of fact, he's down in Atlanta named Mike Sick or whatever. He used to have he lived right down the street from me or whatever, had a studio, and he had a whole gang of Filipino dudes and we would just hang out or whatever. So I always been interested in other cultures, and that was the main reason why I went to ODU. So that's why I feel like I was more ignorant. But the thing about it is like you can be ignorant, but you have, as long as you have that willing to learn and not be so cognitive dissonant from, you know, facts and reality, that's cool. You know what I'm saying? Like, as long as you're willing to change. But yeah, Papa John's a piece of shit. So
fuck Papa John. I ain't calling that nigga Papa. Fuck you, John.
Exactly.
And your bullshit pizza.
Yeah. The only Papa we respect is Christopher Wallace. Let's lick a shot for Big Papa.
Rest in peace. Happy birthday.
Yeah, it is his birthday. Yeah. All right. On the next on the fuckery list. And y'all know
God bless.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Dang. I just realized something.
The greatest rapper of all time died on March 9th. God rest his soul. Rest in peace, kid. It's because of him. At least I know what beef is. I ain't like Nas doing that time, but that either shit was hard.
Well,
love you, Jigga. Don't hate me for this.
And rest in peace to my grandma, because she also passed on this day too.
Rest in peace.
I just realized that. Sorry, I had a moment, y'all.
It's all good, man.
I had a moment. But with the show. So this particular politician, y'all know I love picking on him because he's also a piece of shit. And here's his fuckery. Well, the good thing is Mitch McConnell is thinking about leaving his position.
Amen. As well he should. He should.
The turtle said he's trying to go back into his shell.
Amen.
But here's the fuckery. On the low, he's conspiring to try to change laws in Kentucky, because Kentucky has a Democratic governor now. And the governor, if he was to leave, the governor is the one that can actually pick someone to take his place, whatever. So he's trying to switch the laws around so he can have like a committee under him where he can hand pick his successor. So that's the fuckery.
Please don't.
It's also against. Also is against democracy itself. So yeah. Which I don't know, over the past couple of years, Republicans
that's what I'm saying, man. That old guard, man, they're so used to getting away with the bullshit. Like down that they're being called on, that they doing anything they can. They scrambling for power. Like, oh no, they're gonna take our power away. No.
It's about time.
Like they see the tide in the world changing, man. Like worldwide, people is getting over that old bullshit, man. People like, look, man, world too hard as it is. We tired of being separated by everything. Let's get together.
The world is changing, and you can't help.
Wow.
You sometimes that's just part of Earth moving around the sun, it changes. Things is going to change. Mindset's going to change. Just society as a whole. And change is not always a bad thing. Nope. You know what I'm saying? The one thing though, with change there comes pain, and you just got to go through it.
Indeed.
Go through the hurt, pretty much. But as far as change, again, this seems to be a thing going on right now. The next good in the fuckery is, the Prince Harry and Meghan Markle had a interview with Oprah or whatever.
Yeah, I've seen a lot of stuff about it, but I didn't see the interview, so I have no idea what people be talking about exactly.
It's like I've seen little snippets or whatever, but it's basically what they've been saying out in the every time they speak out in the media, is like how they've been treated from the royal family, the staff there, and everything. Because the royal family is more a business than the actual family. For real. Like, I mean, they're related, they're blood related, and it's obvious just the way they treat Meghan, how closely they want the blood to be related and everything. But yeah, they basically did a whole tell all about how they've been treated, how they're not family members will put them off to the side and have these they had talks about how they think the child's skin color and how they might not have a royal name, and they might not get the protection that they had or whatever, just because she's half black.
You lost me. Skin protect what?
Like, no,
can you be a little more specific? I'm lost.
Okay,
I was with you at first as far as they was being treated bad, but what about the child?
So they won't exactly. Yeah,
they don't like the child's skin color because the child black.
Yeah, basically, they're having like they didn't say exactly which relative or family member was coming at them, but it seems like it was pretty much the whole family coming at them. Like, okay, so we're gonna have this problem if he comes out with this skin color or something like that, or we don't know if he's gonna be that protected.
I can tell you exactly what it was. Because they said it won't mom, it won't grandma, it won't granddad. He ain't gonna be beefing with his brother over his nephew. It's the wives. The wives are where all the beef comes from. In that environment. You feel me? And then the men contribute to that because they each have to support their wives. So the one that's over here with his wife, with Meghan, he gonna support her wholeheartedly. He married that. Regardless of what his brother say, that's his wife. His brother over in England, his wife know when mother dies, I'm next up. So I got to, you feel me? She trying to step into the role early. So she beefing because this is coming to the family. I don't like this. Brother ain't really gonna say something. I believe it's the wife saying something to Meghan about all this other stuff.
So the wife is racist and then trying to press her racist ideas on the rest of the family.
That's what I'm thinking. Okay. That's what I'm thinking.
Well, he I would say he kind of like admitted that him and his brother Prince Charles, they not cool or whatever. So I feel like Prince Charles pretty much is saying like that part too. I don't think it's just the wives. Probably is the wives also, but you know what I'm saying? I feel like, tell you the truth, to be honest with you, I just feel like the royal family is racist. They want to keep that blood all white and they want to keep it the way it is, like it's been for the past how many thousand years or whatever, and keep it pure and keeping it salt, because they don't want. It's just like Tiz said, it's the old guard, and they want to keep things the way they have it, so they can have that control.
Well, didn't they already have the
baby? No, they had a baby. They had Archie. But they're having another baby.
But I'm like, they didn't already had the first baby, so the blood ain't just white no more. We didn't already passed that hurdle. So
yeah.
At this point, you might as well just embrace it. You got a whole line of black folk that's about to be popping out, and that's what that is. Like that's done, because their kids are going to be black, and the kids of them are going, like it's there now.
Now, Tiz,
get over it.
now, Tiz, in a logical world or whatever, that's right. But we're talking about rich white folks.
Yeah, this is true.
Most rich white folks are, when you get right down to it, they're racist or whatever, because they're rich enough to not listen to other people. Pretty much. And they powerful enough.
Cancel that bullshit, because it's pretty much, it is what it is now. Y'all might well go ahead and embrace them little black babies and let it go.
No, well, they don't got no.
The way that succession work, at some point, one of them black boys is gonna be the king of England or the crown prince or whatever they want to call it. Like, he gonna catch his lineage at some point. So might as well go prepare for it now, because it's coming down the pike now. Like, the babies is here.
I mean, that's how they feel. But you know, they're royalty, so they got ways of covering stuff up and this, that, and the third or whatever. And it looks like they're trying to play that move. But with them doing this interview with Oprah and actually bringing everything out into the forefront is cause, you know, just in society or whatever, just like, because they haven't been as vocal about it until like they said some things or whatever, and you know, they did that whole move, so you know that was something going on, but they never really explained exactly what was going on. Like, Megan was talking about how she felt suicidal because of the treatment that they've been having, not just off of the royal family, just off of the staff, like the staff treating her like she is not really royalty or whatever. And then they also talked about how the tabloids was after Meghan Markle's parents and everything, and then she found out that her father was actually working with the tabloids and stuff like that, so she was feeling some type of way about that and everything. And then she even said, okay, if they were getting hunted down by the tabloids, but my mom didn't tell, so I don't know what's wrong with my dad. Not Princess. Meghan Markle's mother. I don't know. I'm not deep into the royal family because they don't got nothing to do with me.
Meghan Markle from over here, right?
Yeah.
No, yeah.
I want to say she was from America.
Yeah, she's over this side. I don't know if she's from Canada or America, but I know she's over this side of the pond.
She's not from over there though, right? No, not from like UK.
No, she's from Canada.
Won't she on a show or something? Won't she an actress?
We can Google this. We can Google.
Yeah, we Google this shit. I think she's from Canada or California, somewhere with a C in that shit.
Okay.
Oh no, she is it says right there, American actress. Come on, where you at? Where?
Yeah, I remember she was on a soap opera or something, I feel like, and then that's why it was a big deal, because people actually knew her. She is. Just met.
She was. She's from Los Angeles, California, or whatever.
Yeah, she's from the hood. That's why they originally had a problem. You feel like she's from an area that you wouldn't think nobody prominent would come from. So that was, I believe that's what it was. But my thing is, before I go too far, this just crossed my mind. As an American citizen, why should I give a fuck about the royal family?
Yep. That's why I don't know that much about their little inner workings, because I damn sure don't.
I would say concerned with the president myself. So I mean, as long as the laws and shit and people getting treated right, that's what concerned me. When it comes to this royal family shit, I mean, I understand bad treatment that's being public widely viewed now, and everybody's been put in business. I understand that, but this ain't no recent shit with the American, with the royals, them people from over there. This has been going on for decades, and the paparazzi was all on Princess Diana. That's how she died. They were chasing her ass in the tunnel, and she car flipped and some shit. So, I mean, like,
you know, she probably.
American, I don't understand it. Like, as an American, like, I don't understand it, because we usually do.
She probably.
Yeah.
She probably thought of it like, you know, she had the Disney princess moment. You from America, you from Los Angeles, and all of a sudden this prince wants to marry you or whatever. So you think it is a good thing that when you get over there.
I ain't talking about Megan. I ain't talking about Megan. I'm just talking about us as Americans, period. Why do we give a fuck about what's going on with the royal family shit? Because this is how I view it. You feel me? Americans giving a fuck about what's going on with the royals after we done had a Revolutionary War, we American now. You feel me? That's like freed slaves caring about what's going on with the master. You feel me? That's how I view that shit. Like, I don't
that's a
give a fuck
different way
about
to
that.
look at it, but that's real. That's real as shit.
You know,
I feel what you're talking about. I think I'm looking at it more like I just like this because it looks like the old system is slowly deteriorating. I just treat it as a sign of like the old system is slowly deteriorating back to back. And then off of that, y'all probably they got Good Morning Britain over there. Like we got Good Morning America, and like the main dude up there is Piers Morgan, and he's been talking.
Piers, yeah.
He talked trash about Meghan all the time. He's like, she's always like, oh, woe is me. I'm in a princess living in the palace and blah blah blah. My treatment and this, that, and the third, or whatever. So one black dude that went up there, I don't know his name or anything, but I just saw a clip of black dude just going at him like, you are always up here talking junk about Meghan all the time, and he kept going at it and at it to the point that Piers Morgan left off his own show. I can't take this anymore.
Asshole, so I'm not surprised at that. I'm not surprised at that at all.
Yeah. The good thing about that though is he's about to leave.
Because of Bill O'Reilly almost. Like, he just said anything just to piss people off on purpose.
Exactly. So like after 41,000 complaints over his Meghan remarks, he's now talking about leaving Good Morning Britain. So another little sign.
41,000 when they got to 2,000, it's like, it's a lot of people. I'm gonna here. Step to the side. I can take another position with the company. I stay on the job. 41,000, they got to fire you. You got to go.
Another little sign. Another little sign that the world changed.
Yep.
That's these three. That's some 4 or 5 little cities all over there. All of them don't like you. That's a major demographic with our ratings. You got to go, homeboy.
Get your old ass out of here. Get your old ass out of here.
Then they gonna hire somebody black to replace him.
Probably the guy that got him.
That would be amazing.
I hope it was the guy that got him to walk off the stage. I hope so. But that would be too perfect. And then the royal family pull out the statement acting like they didn't know what was happening when they were the ones doing it, but just now because they just showed the interview today. But yeah, man, that's my good and fuckery, man.